All right, and welcome back to part 2 of our playthrough of episode 3 of the final season, and here we go.
I've never met anyone like James before. I mean, he's tough. Not like you, though. He doesn't kill monsters, but he's not scared of them either. He's cool.
Hey, Clem. Willie told me the plan. How'd things go with that guy?
James, he agreed to help us.
If somebody told me we were gonna sneak onto a boat in a herd of walkers, I'd call them crazy.
What are you doing with those?
Oh, well, I wanted to throw one last hootenanny before the big fight.
Swear?
Huh?
It sounds like a swear.
No, it's just another word for party.
Right. I know it sounds strange, throwing a party, but people need something to lift their spirits right about now.
This could be our last chance.
I wanted to make some tea for everyone. Could I borrow your little heater thing?
What can I do?
We need to pretty up the old music room. Could you make us something colorful to hang up?
Okay, I'll be an artist. I'm gonna make the
Decoration.
a decoration for the party.
Okay, I'll get the heater.
I was just thinking that game. Yeah, we picked up a horseshoe and a rabbit's foot. Oh, and a beatnik.
What's his name?
Beat Nick.
That's funny.
Do you even get what the joke is?
No.
Well, I gotta look at him too.
I'm gonna show him the tin later. Have you ever ridden a horse?
Mm-hmm. And I'll teach you to ride someday.
Do horses bite?
Not usually.
Good. I wouldn't want to ride them if they bit me.
No, where do you think the rabbit's foot goes? I assume we put that somewhere. Oh, there we go.
There, for luck.
Are bunnies lucky?
Just their feet. We could use a little luck.
I'm telling him, come see.
Okay, be right there.
Not only is the heater way too large to put it anywhere that she just had access to, but also it appears to be made of multiple parts, where there's like a can on top that's probably not like welded in place.
Hey, you're getting better at this. Soon you'll be as good an artist as 10.
I don't know. He's really good.
Something wrong? AJ?
I was just thinking about stuff while I was drawing. There are 3 kinds of eyes, Clem.
Oh, yeah?
There are live people eyes. We got those. Then there's monsters' eyes. Usually look like dirty water. Other times, monsters' eyes aren't even wet. And then there are live people eyes right as you kill them. Like you did to Abel. His eyes look like you blew a candle out. He was a bad guy. I know I shouldn't feel like this. I hated him, too. I think there's something wrong with me.
You know what, AJ? Everything you're feeling is okay. It makes you a good person.
Am I good? I want to be better, Clem. Let people know I'm good, just by my face.
You're the best, okay?
I'm getting real smart.
Is that right?
Yes. Because I'm always thinking all the time.
Okay, what are you thinking about right now?
You getting bit, turning into a monster.
Oh,
Yeah. The older I get, the more I see it. I don't know why. What happens then? Anyone can get bit. Doesn't matter if you're inside or outside or how careful you are.
AJ, we've talked about this a lot. If I get bit, you know what has to happen.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
But you brought it up, so we're going to.
It does something weird to my stomach. Like I'm gonna get the dookies.
AJ, I need to know you remember what we talked about. What you're supposed to do if it happens. Listen to me. If I get bit, you'll... shoot.
No. No, I'm not gonna do that.
AJ, you promised.
I don't care. I'm not gonna shoot you. If you get bit, I'd want you to bite me too.
What? You don't mean
I
that.
don't want to be alone. Please don't be mad. I can't live with you not with me, Clem. I know we've talked about it so much, but don't make me.
Alvin Jr., you know you're not supposed to talk like this. You're too strong and too brave.
I don't think I am anymore about this.
Yes, you are. You are, okay? You can't break promises, AJ.
I know.
You're not letting this go, are you?
James said
Guess not.
that we could be around when we're monsters. Like on the inside. If you got bit and then bit me, then maybe we'd still be together. It would just be a different together.
No, it's
We might
horrifying.
even be okay. You think so?
Let's say James might be right. That monsters have part of the person they were still inside them. The thing is, no one can prove that. And if we can't prove it, we're not going to risk our lives over it.
Can I go patrol for a bit? Before the party?
Sure, go ahead. Be careful.
What's with AJ?
He just needs some space.
Can we talk about what happened today? With Minnie?
Yeah, sure. What's wrong?
The thing is, seeing Minnie, I feel like it should have scared me, but it didn't. The person we ran into in the woods, that wasn't Minnie. Not really. The way she sounded and acted, the way she talked about Sophie and Lily. I'm confused, I guess.
It took me a second, but I do believe
We can
this.
still save Minnie. If we brought her back, we could...
You saw how she reacted when Lily showed up. Those are her people now, and we are not. Minnie, the real Minnie, she's gone. She's been gone this whole time, and I have to stop mourning her. I won't let her take you or AJ, or anyone else I care about.
Louis knows when to keep his head down.
Yeah, shit. You know what, I hope so. You know, when I first got here, I hated him. He was so much. You know, he walks into a room and it's like, look at me, watch me perform. It's so stupid. But then I realized under all that, he really cares about people. And he doesn't just feel it, he says it. He'll tell you every goddamn day how much you mean to him. Shit, he'll probably sing about it.
Especially if there's already a famous song with your name in it.
We've got to get him back.
We will. Louis, Omar, Asim. We'll get them all back.
I made you this.
Tars.
So you never forget that night.
I never will.
When you told me you had feelings for me, I was shocked. Then I started thinking. There's something I've always wanted to try with someone I cared about, and I never have.
What is it?
Have you ever danced with anyone before?
Nope.
Do you wanna? Just us. No one else around.
I don't know how to dance. Will you show me?
Sure. We'll make it up as we go. Thanks for the dance.
Yeah, we're getting better at being romantic.
Yeah.
Hey, Clem!
Oh!
Wow. Where did you find a beach ball?
It was in some garbage behind one of the dorms. I had to blow it up, and that was pretty gross. But look, it works.
I should get going. Ruby could probably use some help.
It's cool, right?
Super cool.
Back!
You're terrible.
Hey,
Yeah, you're one to talk, Clementine. Mr. A prompt.
I love you, Clem.
I love you back, kiddo. Okay, we better get ready to go. Sounds like they need us in the music room.
Okay.
This episode is revving up to hurt me real bad.
Looks like things are coming together.
Yeah. We still need to figure out lighting, music, and something to write on that banner.
If we're gonna die, we should have some fun first.
Music? But Lewis isn't here.
See that? It's like Lewis in a box.
Are we using the banner for some kind of party theme?
Not exactly. It's meant to be more motivational. I'd keep it short, though. There's not as much room as you think.
AJ, why don't you come up with something?
Really?
I have an idea. It'll be a surprise.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we'll have 10 break out his paintbrush and write it out.
Hey, AJ, why don't you
So you take one of those black things that look like plates and you put it on here.
tell us a
And then it plays
surprise?
music?
Uh-huh. And now you just have to turn that crank on the side.
Huh, that's really cool.
Wouldn't be a party without some kind of mood lighting. I've been going back and forth between colors for ages. Green's calming, but purple might be nice. Room gets natural moonlight, so something to complement that, maybe?
Well, purple was my dad's favorite color.
I read somewhere purple was a color of royalty.
Purple. Really?
What? I like purple.
Shouldn't you like it too? Violet? I'll make it happen. Pulled out the old headmaster's gramophone so he could play some records. Not much of a selection, but it should do.
If we're gonna,
Just
like,
tell me what you want to listen to.
amp people up, have a good time.
Wouldn't happen to have any good jazz records, would you?
Oh, yeah. The old music teacher was a big fan. Pretty cool guy up until he ditched us all.
What's jazz sound like?
That one's hard to describe. Just wait till you hear it.
This place is gonna look great. Oh, and Willie was asking for you. He's up in Marlin's office. He said he had a surprise for the party, but he wanted to show it to you first.
Is it a log trap? Because I don't want to see that. I also really think it would be best if we knew what the surprise banner from AJ was going to be.
Check it out. I found a bunch of books on ships. There's some awesome stuff about fires at sea and explosions and stuff. The key is the boiler.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I have an idea about how to stop those assholes coming back to the school after we've rescued the others. And from hurting anyone else ever again. We're gonna blow up the boat. It's the only way to make sure they don't come back. Besides, it feels right, you know? For Mitch.
Is it me, or is there a bit of a bomb obsession at this school?
Oh, it's not you. There totally is. But for good reason. The tricky bit is timing the explosion so that it happens after you get off the boat. Trust me, this'll work. We'll be okay.
Okay, everybody, get ready to boogie.
Simon said Piggy's dead. Ralph is next.
I'm sorry for before.
He's on the
About how
wall.
he treated Ten. I didn't mean to get so angry. I know it's not his fault.
That's nice, Willie, but don't tell me. Tell 10.
That's a Lord of the Flies reference, yes? Also, he does need to tell 10. Like, telling Clem does not help. Oh, I definitely have to talk during the jazz theme. Sorry. God, I hope that we didn't get muted earlier. That's the trouble. Like, we have to, you know, this is a live recording. We won't know what's going to get us in trouble until after it's uploaded. And then, like, it's not like we can replay that section or make other choices. Okay, I'm
Wow.
glad that they're making up.
This looks great, Ruby.
Couldn't have done it without you. But just wait till you see what else I've got planned. Go ahead and mingle. I'll let you know when it's time.
I guess I'll mingle?
So, oh, hold on.
I see you two are working together.
Yeah, Willie asked me to help with his special project.
Well, that's good to hear. Is it ready?
Good to go, Clem.
It'll work.
Actually, I was thinking maybe we should name it. Something cool. I mean, I think it deserves a name.
Yeah, we absolutely have to name it.
I thought you'd make fun of me, but hell yeah. Let's name this fucker.
Well, it's Willie's thing.
You made it, so we'll name it after you. Willie Jr.
That's like my name, Alvin Jr.
It is.
I used to hate my name. Not anymore. Welcome to the world, WJ.
I found them. Okay, Clementine. These here are our official Erickson psych evaluations and probationary reports.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Well, these explain why all of us got sent to this school in the first place.
And all the bad shit we did that kept them from sending us back home.
So what's the game?
I figured if we're all going on this crazy mission together, you might as well know who we really are. So, I'll read some of what the adults thought about us. And you have to guess which one of us fits the bill. I'll make sure it's someone you've actually met. This'll be the first one. While otherwise a remarkable student, blank continues to be plagued by fits of anger, uncontrollable cursing, and repeated physical altercations with the senior faculty.
Mitch or Violet? Violet, right? It's definitely not Ruby. I don't think it's Ruby. I'm gonna go with Violet.
That's gotta be Violet.
Nope, way scarier.
That's Ruby's file.
Holy shit, really?
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, you should have seen Ruby back in the early days. She was like you ever seen those Tasmanian devil cartoons when you were a kid? That was our Ruby. Used to have a mean streak a mile long.
Don't worry. That was a long time ago.
I mean, I can totally see it. The first time I met Ruby, she was all, that little motherfucker.
I said I was sorry.
You guys want to know why I got sent here?
Willie, please, no.
Chronic masturbation.
Trust me. Nobody wanted to know that.
What does that mean?
Don't you dare.
Anyway, maybe we should change up the music?
I like all kind of different music, I think.
There's a lot of them.
How many?
I don't know. A lot.
Sure, we've heard enough of this. Throw some country on.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
I'm actually pretty good with this music, but I feel like, especially for AJ, who knows what other types of music he's ever heard? I really like the fact that he was immediately dancing to the jazz. I assume he would have danced to the others, but like classical? Do you think he would have
I didn't
danced to
realize
that?
how many of us we lost.
Remember that Justin guy?
And Theresa and Jasper. That one girl with colored braces. And Joey, Maddie, Lamar.
Aaron. Yeah, I used to make fun of her braces. Why did I do that?
Alex, Dewey, Trey, Stephanie. Holy crap, how many of us died?
34.
Whose is it?
Lewis.
Should we read it?
I could tell you why I was sent here instead. You know, as a consolation prize or whatever. You might hate me after, but since we're all being so open and all.
Oh god, I really like B though. It feels like it's ruining the
The
game.
person you are right now is all that matters to me. Whatever bad things you did in the past, that's not you anymore.
Hey, I've got an idea. Do you guys remember when Minnie would sing us Don't Be Afraid when all of us used to get scared?
Too bad I can't play it. Lou would have known how. He liked that one.
You could just sing it to us, like she used to. Your voice is really pretty.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Alright, I can do that.
I have a bad feeling I'm gonna have to talk over her song as well, because the only thing that catches Twitch attention more than music is lyrics. I really don't want to talk through this, you guys. I want to listen to it. Yeah, so this is very likely to get picked up and muted, and the thing about Twitch is that it'll mute 5 minutes all around whatever it is that it thinks that you're violating a copyright on. So I'm sure that on YouTube and maybe on other playthroughs this is available to listen to without me talking through it, and I'm just very sorry about it. I do have to say that I went with purple. I was worried that purple might be garish in this particular room with all of the warm colored wood, but I thought that green would be really grim. Like I didn't think that green would go in here as well at all. So that was the decision for the colored candles. I also noticed that the AJ's surprise banner was surprise dummies, which I personally would have gone somewhere else because I kind of feel like the surprise is on us and that we are the dummies. And no, that's not what he meant, but surprise dummies is not necessarily the let's all jump out there and do our best. I hate the fact that I have to talk through this right now. Also, so about 10, I have been proceeding on the belief that whatever is going on with the side of his face would have happened after the sort of dead started rising. But for all we know, he was the target of child abuse from before he was sent to this school, and that is a product of something that a parent did to him. I'm mostly reminded of Stand By Me, where one of the kids, and I'm gonna hesitate to remember which one of the Corys, I think. I'm confusing the name, but had his head held down on a stove by his father, and I just hope that that's not what happened to 10. If played off stream, I would have kept my fat mouth shut during that musical performance and listened to it, and I feel like talking through it. Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Sweet Pea.
Lee?
Why the train? You always pick the train.
I'm not sure. Maybe because this is where it all started. Where you taught me to shoot and to cut my hair. To be ready for what was coming.
You were a quick study. So, what's on your mind this time?
I'm worried, Lee. I've got a lot of people depending on me, and I don't know if what I'm doing is right.
Oh, I know that feeling. You know, I was, making it all up as I went along, right? Couldn't let on, of course. With you being so little.
I never noticed. It just felt like you always knew the right thing to do.
Yeah? Well, I got lucky. Luck counts for a lot.
I'm gonna need some now.
You want to tell me about what you're up against?
I'm with a new group now, and I've been in so many, and they always fall apart. But I really like this one. It's different. It almost feels like home.
That's a good thing. It's hard being alone out there.
But we're in trouble. Some bad people captured my friends, and getting them back might get the rest of us killed.
I'm not worried.
What?
Whatever trouble you're in, you get out of it. You get your friends out of it.
You don't know that.
I know you're a survivor. The Clementine I know is gonna fix it. I really believe that.
But what if I can't? I'm so scared for my friends, Lee. Scared that I'll let them down.
It's normal to be scared. Hell, it'd be strange if you weren't. But you can't let it get to you. Imagine what Lewis is gonna say when he sees your face. Those boys are gonna have hope again, knowing that you came to rescue them. Oh, Sweet Pea, you know you always get like this before something big. Remember how scared you were before you charged into that mess at McCarroll Ranch? You survived that, didn't you?
That was different. I was alone.
I know. It's harder when you have something to lose. But having people you care about, that's a good thing. Friends. A girl who loves you. They're fighting beside you. Because of you. Come see me again when you've gotten them out, okay? Out and safe. Sound good? And hopefully we can talk about happier things.
Out and safe. My friends are fighters. We can do this.
To think when I cut your hair, I was just following the advice of an old drunk we just met. But you have a knack for surviving. You've kept those kids alive. They look up to you. You're a leader, Clem. A natural.
Thank you, Lee. Talking to you always makes me feel a little bit better.
I meant to ask, how's the boy?
He's good, Lee. You'd like him.
I bet. You teach him to shoot yet?
You have no idea.
I guess the world got pretty hard since I left it. A kid growing up in it, he'd be hard too. You're in my shoes now, raising a kid. Think you got a handle on it? It can't be easy. Wanting to give him a childhood, but knowing what it takes to survive now. It was easier for me since the world was just changing. But you're living in one that's changed completely.
AJ's amazing, Lee. I've taught him to be strong and brave and capable. He'd be so proud.
You mean more than I already am? Wow. Just look at you. Just look at you. Thought I told you to keep this short.
You don't know how hard it is to find scissors these days.
Time to go, Clementine. You've got people that need you.
Goodbye, Lee.
Clem, wake up. It's time to go. We got a long walk.
Um, sorry, everyone. That's going to take a second. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about the interruption. Let's go ahead.
Guess we're really doing this.
Only the team blending in with the walkers need to cover themselves.
Now we just need your walker friend to...
He's here.
Good lord.
Hello.
Guys, this is James.
He's my friend.
He's,
So cool! How do you get the skin like that?
Oh, Clementine?
Can I try it on?
That's not a good idea.
Come on, please.
Willie, come on. Give him some space.
But I just want to...
Not right now.
Yeah, right. Sorry. I didn't mean to be weird or anything.
It's okay.
Oh, and sorry I tried to shoot you that one time. Your mask looks so real.
Hey. Hey there, James. Sorry about Willie.
Clementine, could I speak to you alone for a moment?
Good idea. Hold tight.
Hey, Tank, can you come talk for a sec? There's something I have to tell you.
The walkers. They'll be here in a little while. You can join them as they pass through the trees. The noise from the boat will draw them toward the water.
Then we can get on board and save our friends.
Your friends are different. Open-minded. Accepting. Maybe one day you'll be the same. Listen, Clementine. I need to talk to you about AJ.
What do you mean?
The Whisperers were my family. From a young age. In that time, I witnessed a lot of death and suffering. Eventually, I became the cause of it. Weakness was considered a poison. And I believed in that fiercely. So much so that when another boy expressed sympathy for our enemy before an attack, I slit his throat. I didn't talk to him. Didn't consider who he was, what he felt. Honestly, I don't even remember his name. All I knew was someone like him would only slow us down. That was enough of a reason for me. And I had no doubt in my mind that I was right. After he died, I kept hearing his words in my head. Those people are like us, just on a different path. I stopped killing after that. I changed. No one else did. When AJ told me he killed someone, it reminded me of them. Of myself. He said it was wrong, but it sounded like he was just repeating what he'd been told. Taking life like that, from a young age, it breaks something inside you. I'm afraid if AJ kills again, he won't be able to go back. He won't be the same boy he was. I've seen it happen too many times.
I'm not going to let AJ become a killer. I don't want him to change. Not like that.
I hope you can keep that promise. They're close. Soon there will be enough of them to provide us cover. I'll lead you through the herd until you reach the boat. That's as far as I go. After that, it's up to you.
Thank you.
Take care of AJ.
Okay, he's ready to go. The walkers are getting close. Ruby, you're in charge of the horses. Willie, Ted, take care of the supplies.
I've got the bomb.
Find the boiler. There'll be a door on the bottom with ash and stuff. Put it in there.
See you all on the other side.
I'll cut it open.
Violet told me about Minnie. That Sophie died, and Minnie is one of them now. Just, if you see her out there, tell her I forgive her. Please. I tell her myself, but I just want her to be okay.
Yeah, sure. If we see her, I'll let her know.
Thanks.
Sometimes on choices I'll wait a beat because I want to hear what the other character is saying, even if I know what I'm going to choose. And other times I feel confident enough that I want to choose it immediately because I want to
Hey, it's time. We gotta move.
Clem,
set a tone of certitude.
what happens if someone else gets caught while we're in there? What if it's you? I couldn't save Minnie or Lou or Asim, Omar. I really care about you, Clem. If something happened to you because of me, I can't lose you too. I won't. You better not disappear on me, okay?
I promise.
What are you doing?
Go look in another direction. Are we good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's bring our friends back home.
All of them.
All of them.
It's ready.
So, I know this is gonna sound gross, but...
Covering your smell. Smart.
I would have posited to Violet that while she focuses on who she doesn't feel that she saved, she did
Get
save
my back?
AJ and Clementine and Willie, Ruby.
Thanks.
We gonna do it?
We're doing it.
The texture work on this is really, really good.
Okay, follow my lead. Here we go.
That tutorial actually seems a bit
Find
late.
the walkers. Use them as shields.
Oh, I should probably wait until the light... Okay, wait until the light is on us. Oh, I don't like this. I don't have any cover. No. Oh!
the walkers. Use them as shields.
Oh, come on. Okay. No! Anybody else? You? Nope. Died at the exact same point, so I need to start making much better decisions.
Stay behind the walkers. Use them as shields.
X for this person. The person right in front of me. What? Okay. That time I dispute that I was at fault.
Stay behind the walkers. Use them as shields.
Now, notice that I am waiting an extra beat, because I feel like even getting a couple steps ahead is potentially very helpful, since we're trying to close distance. So why can I not X that person? X, 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 X. I feel like there's a logic at work here that I haven't yet picked up.
Stay behind the walkers. Use them as shields.
Maybe I'm rushing ahead too quickly? X. Up, X.
Damn it, the horses!
Hey, get their fire under control.
Get rid of these fucking walkers!
Come on, Willie.
Supplies going overboard.
God damn it! Someone get over there and see what's going on!
Stay sharp!
Okay, now's our chance. We can't risk leaving cover. We'll have to crawl along the side of the dock. The guts are washing off. Follow me. This way.
Why?
Fuck, are you okay? I'm fine. Stay close.
Oh, shit.
Come on, let's hurry. Ready, AJ?
Yep, AJ-sized hole.
Walkers.
No! Okay. Okay, we'll do this some more. Or not. I'm 0 for 2 on those arrows. And pulling to the left both times, I notice.
Come on, let's hurry. Ready, AJ?
Walkers.
I really like the fact that AJ got up into the hole with Violet's help while Clementine covered them. I was expecting that Clementine would help. It's like, what is Violet doing back there during that time? But they were much smarter than that.
We're getting close.
After we find the boiler and place the bomb, we'll get our friends out. Minnie said they keep prisoners on the second deck. Look out for guards and stay quiet, okay?
Right behind you.
Good. I'll scout ahead and signal when it's clear. Got it?
And did not need to talk about it amongst themselves to explain it to the player. Like, they trust in the audience to understand what Violet was doing during that time. Sorry, let me take a quick look around.
I can see the boiler.
I just want to see if there's anything that I need over here.
Hey, who's there?
I learned last time, don't wait.
That's where we need to plant the bomb.
There's too much stuff in the way.
Maybe there's another way in.
Alright, did I, like, break that gun? Or did I hand it to someone while it was out of frame? Because it seems useful. No, no. Okay, where did she go, though? Over there? Okay. And that's where we're going to.
Wait here. Make your dad proud, Willie Jr.
Bury this thing in the bottom of the river.
Once they start up this boat, we won't have much time before it explodes.
How long?
I'm not sure. An hour, 30 minutes.
Let's hurry up then.
I was guessing like 10 seconds at the absolute most. Okay, so there is some stairs there. Can't believe she didn't pick up the gun. If nothing else, it is a useful bludgeon. As opposed to using your bow.
Minerva, focus.
Yes, ma'am. I have a little brother, just a short, scarred face. See? He's not out there, is he?
Look, we've discussed this. Your family is Delta now. There ain't no room for anyone else.
Yes, ma'am.
Shit. Of course she had to be the cell guard. We can't sneak past her.
I'm not sure we'll have to. She didn't give us up in the woods.
Get out. Not without our people. I swear to God, if you got 10 caught up in this, just tell me that he's safe. Give me that. He told me to tell you. He forgives you. Shit. I'll help you get everyone out. Then you take my brother and run. Get him back to where it's safe. Come on, we have to hurry.
Clementine?
Holy fuck!
Oh my God, are you okay?
He doesn't look hurt.
Yeah, I'm alright. We're alright. Take care of Louis first. He's in rough shape.
I'll unlock the other cell. We don't have a lot of time before Dorian comes back. Violet, help me with these guys.
Got it.
Why don't I stand over here and check on him? Hi, Louis. How are you feeling?
Louis.
What the fuck are you doing? Don't fucking point that at me! Don't test me! Minnie, let us go! No!
Huh? Oh.
Louis. What did they do to you?
No, don't.
They cut out his tongue. He just, he kept fucking talking.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, Louis. I'll make these bastards pay for this. I promise you, Louis. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You'll be home soon.
I was not expecting several things there. And yes, I see that we can talk to Louis. I just want to
We're not staying here that long. I'll get us out of here. I promise.
Gap, sheet metal, and look through door.
Clem, are you all right?
I'm fine. Where's AJ?
Over here.
Thank God.
Shit. At least we're not moving yet. We've still got time to figure this out.
Well, let's check on AJ
You
first.
doing okay in there, AJ?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm looking for a way out.
Yeah, me too. The doors don't look very well made. Maybe that's something we can work with. Vi, are you alright?
I'm fine. Looking for a way out. If this thing explodes...
How you holding up?
I can't talk. If Lily... She told us not to talk.
We'll be home soon. Just hang in there. Omar, are you hurt?
Fuck. I just want to go home.
We will.
Okay.
I found your rabbit's foot back on the beach.
Clearly it doesn't work.
Alright, so we're probably gonna back out now. Wait, what's this?
I might be able to chip away at this if I had a tool or... Damn it, they must have taken away my knife. AJ! Do you still have your knife?
Yeah, they didn't find it. Only the big one.
Good. I need you to slide it over to me.
You could ask me to do that 100 times, and I would fail 101. Okay, we already looked through the door. We've already looked at the gap. Is there anything else we want to do before we chisel our way out? Nope, nothing up. Okay. Okay, hold on, that's not quite what I thought. Chip rusted welds.
Whatever you doing, don't. I promise you. It ain't worth it. Step back.
She awake?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. I'll take it from here.
That voice actor sounds very familiar.
Where's Abel?
He's dead. We killed him. We put a knife in his head.
Fuck, you little monster.
Damn it! We showed him mercy. He was terrified of turning, so we stopped him from having to. We gave him what he wanted.
I'm sure you did. Back up.
Oh, nope, nope.
Minerva. Open the door.
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like it did not show me do that successfully, even though I tried to.
Normally, the trouble you caused, I'd shoot you and toss you overboard. But I'm genuinely impressed.
First you organize these idiot kids into a fighting force and kill 2 of my most experienced soldiers. Then you sneak onto my boat under the cover of a herd. I bring a prize like you back to the Delta, it might make this whole clusterfuck of a mission worth it. Someone like you, so young with so much potential, you're far too valuable to kill.
Look, if I'm the one you want, let the others go.
This isn't a negotiation. This is me telling you how things are going to be. You know, my father, Larry, was a military man. And when I was a kid, he had all kinds of rules. The thing that bugged him most was waste. If I ever left a light on after leaving a room, he'd flip. No matter how many times he ranted about the cost of electricity, I could never remember to hit that switch.
So
one day, he let our power get cut. He liked illustrations to show that actions have consequences. No more TV, no more hairdryer, no more ice cream sandwiches. Just a miserable family sitting in the dark.
Well, I guess asshole runs in the family. Is that the consequence? That you're an asshole?
The consequence is, I never left the lights on again. My father had his faults, but he showed me the effectiveness of teaching by example.
Oh, is that what this is? A lesson?
I want to tell you a story. Let's call it the Parable of the Twins. 2 girls were taken from their home and brought to a new place to live. They had to leave their friends and family behind, and that was hard at first. They shed a lot of tears. But the new place was a good place. The people there grew corn and raised pigs, and the twins ate well for the first time in years. They had hot showers, clean clothes, beds. They were given guns and trained to use them. The people there were kind to these girls. All that was asked in return was that they help defend the group. You see, this place had a lot of enemies, killers and thieves who wanted what they had. They needed help fighting, or they'd lose everything they built. Their crops, their power, even their lives.
A is too cruel.
And forcing them to fight? Sounds like slavery to me.
Call it whatever you want. They were helping each other survive. One of the girls saw that this was a place worth fighting for, and her tears dried. But the other twin, she could never forget her old home. She rejected every gift, every opportunity, stirred up trouble every chance she got. She convinced her sister to help her steal a raft and leave on the river. Of course, they didn't get far. What happened then, Minerva?
I killed her.
What the Jesus Christ?
Minnie, no, tell me it's not true.
Your own sister? Why would you do that?
She was twisting my head with her lies.
And?
I made a mistake. I needed to show my loyalty to the place I call home.
Like it or not, you're one of my people now, Clem. The question is, which twin are you going to be? The loyal one, or the dead one?
What have you done to her head, you fucking psychotic bitch? You're evil! You are fucking evil!
Violet, calm down. You saw what they did to Lewis. Just do what they say.
Why? So I can become a soldier in their army? Someone who kills the people they love? Fuck that!
Pull the mouthy one out of the cell. They clearly didn't get the moral of the story. We'll have to help them understand.
Stop!
Don't hurt Violet, or I'll hurt you.
Hey, yo. You better cool it, or you gonna get yourself hurt.
Fuck no! Get off of me!
Easy. Stay still.
Shit, fuck you, no!
Don't make this hurt more than it has to.
Oh, God.
Come on. Just breathe.
Hey, Jay!
Oh!
Son of a bitch!
Stop!
That's enough.
He bit me!
I said that's enough.
You deserve to die. We'll kill you!
You think you can kill me?
I know I can. We'll throw you in the river, and we'll put a knife right to the side of your head.
Big talk for a little guy.
I know I can do it. I killed Marlon. He wasn't a monster, but you are. Dang.
So you killed Marlon. Huh. I bet you'd make a great soldier.
AJ, listen to me. Don't talk to her, okay? She's a monster.
Clem seems to care a lot about you. Come on, let's go have a chat. Just us.
Fucking touch him! Clem! No, please! Clementine! AJ!
Keep an eye on her, Minerva.
Lily,
Get
don't!
this thing moving. I want to be far away from here. Fast.
I'll start up the boiler.
Don't you dare look at me like that. This is the only way we survive.
Who are you? Fuck survival! Look at what you're doing! Minnie, please. I just want to talk to you for a second. I'm sorry we never searched for you. For Sophie. I'm sorry we trusted that fucker Marlon. If I ever thought there was a chance.
I know. Okay? But Sophie's dead. You all need to understand. This is the only way. Lay down, stay in line, or you die. The people you love die. If you just do what they say, you can live. All of you. Behind you! You're the fucking problem here! I won't let you get them all killed!
Minerva dies, by the way.
Minerva! I can't let her leave! Shit! Come on, we have to go.
I can't leave her. Go, I'll catch up.
Clem, come on! We have to get the hell out of here!
Go, I need to find AJ.
Better see you on land.
You will. Shit, they started the boiler.
We'll focus that energy, sharpen it. I've known Clementine since before this all started. She'll come around.
I hope that's enough of a way. Okay.
You'll come around too, once you see what we have to offer. Plenty of
Found
food,
one more
comfortable beds
sneaking
for
over
you
the
and
docks.
Clem. You can even share a room.
10!
Fuck. Tennessee, did you get lost?
Ma'am! He wasn't alone. I got something else to show you.
This way.
I really, really want it to not make me choose between kids to save.
Found this in the herd.
No wonder there were so many walkers. Must have thought you were clever leading those walkers here. Or was that Clementine's idea? Nothing to say?
You don't fucking scare me.
Is that so?
You force your ways onto others. Because you're afraid. Because you're weak.
I give my people a cause to fight for. The thing about people like him, AJ, is that they're too broken to fit into a community. They won't fight for anyone but themselves. Kill it.
No! What the fuck?
Easy there, 10.
Don't hurt him. Just stop hurting people. Please.
Shoot her!
Why don't we all just take a breath, all right?
Give me my friends back.
Put down the gun.
Let them go. All of us. Or else.
Fine. Go ahead then. Do it. Save your friends. That's what you came here to do, isn't it? Oh, I see. You came here to cry.
Tim.
Looks like you're not a soldier either.
Please, don't!
No!
Oh! Come on, come on!
You made a big fucking wait!
Oh!
AJ, wait!
Take the shot.
I give up. I will give up.
Take the shot.
Put down the gun. I'll let everyone leave. My crew and I will leave. We won't bother you anymore. Oh!
AJ! She's not a threat.
Yes, she is.
Lower the gun.
You weren't down there. You didn't see what she did. She cut my friend's tongue out.
Oh, shit.
You don't have to do this, please.
It's a trick.
Don't you fucking dare, AJ.
Just give me the gun.
Can't let her hurt.
Oh, I
anyone else.
fucking hate this.
I don't want to die.
The gun, AJ.
This was such a mistake.
Okay.
Why is anyone turning their back on Lily? Oh, fucking!
James! No! Shit, the bomb! AJ!
just a random footstep there at the very end. Just footstep dot wave to finish us off. So just do give me 1 second, as we do tend to do. I have to notch down the music here because I really want to make sure that we don't get too. There we go. So just real quick. Okay. So I think that is now completely muted, so I will hear the music. Again, I'm sure that there are versions of this on YouTube if you wanted to hear the song that's playing right now. I mean, immediate thoughts, because I don't think that I can go through this episode from the beginning. That last choice was, you heard me saying, just shoot, just take the shot. We can't trust her. And then it did exactly what was intended. James there got inside my head, got inside Clementine's head. If AJ learns that human life is disposable, that might be a road that he can never go back across. And that was suddenly in my head. And I realized that as soon as that thought came in, I'm going to make a bad decision. And then it came up. Now, I will say, in defense of the situation, James was a fucking idiot. What? Okay, so he hasn't seen as much of Lily as we have, but he has seen some of her. He knows that she is savage. He witnessed the altercation between Clementine and Lily out in the woods. At least that was heavily implied, that he saw like Lily's introduction when Clementine saw her for the first time. Why on earth he would have stepped up to AJ and taken the gun with him while keeping his back facing to Lily? I mean, that's in no way good decision making. So it's difficult for me to feel terribly responsible for his death. But then, of course, everything else happens. So it doesn't feel good. And it was unsurprising to me. It was unsurprising and simultaneously deeply hurtful that he did die there, because he was a good person. I thought that scene was barreling in the direction of, do I save James or do I save 10? Similar to the choice at the end of the previous episode rather. That's clearly not where it went. But I was sort of gearing up for that. And I couldn't tell if I missed a couple of those QuickTime events. Like there was a press A to possibly dodge a punch or block a punch from Lily. And Lily laid a real good direct punch directly into Clementine's face that didn't feel great. You also heard me say Minerva dies, and here's my thoughts on that real quick. Way back in season 1, I made the decision as Lee to have Clementine kill Lee rather than allow him to turn, because I talked about this at some point, and I don't remember if it was within this season or not. The thought process there was that if Clementine can kill Lee now, then she will always be able to kill when it is necessary. If she can make this decision right now, then we will never have to worry about her ability to fend for herself if it comes down to whether or not to pull the trigger. We also know the same thing about Minerva. Minerva is willing to kill when she deems it necessary. And if she can kill her own sister, she can kill anyone and do it without a second thought. So at that point, based on the fact that I thought there was hope for her, based on the fact that she didn't turn Clementine and friends in when they were out in the woods. I thought it is notable to me that she has not run away from here. That she's out in the woods, she's by herself. There's infinite opportunities to get away. That spoke a lot to me, but it also spoke to me the fact that she did not attempt to turn in Clementine and her friends during that scene. And I thought, maybe, just maybe, if it is established that there is forgiveness on the table for her, that she can come back, that she can reconnect with all of her old friends, that there's a pathway back. And then as soon as she betrayed Clementine and clubbed her in the back of the head and locked her in, I was like, that's it. And then when it was further revealed that she had killed her own sister, and apparently done so voluntarily, not under threat of her own life, but during the escape attempt that it's left a little bit ambiguous, but the way that was explained sounded a lot to me like the way that went down is that the two of them were on the verge of escaping and Minerva went ahead and killed Sophie. I don't know. Maybe they got caught and it was under threat by Lily, but it made it sound voluntary. That could be intentional because Lily wants to underscore you've made your choice. You're with us now. There's no taking back what you've done. She seems very manipulative like that, but I sort of feel like it actually was voluntary. I don't know. The more I talk about it, the harder it would be to believe. But in any event, no tears shed for her. I was thinking that Clementine should have killed her on the way out of that hallway. I let AJ take the attack against the guard there. I don't know, because it's been a while and the art style tends to change, so I don't know if we have ever seen that character before. To the best of my knowledge, she is unnamed. If we were playing with subtitles on, I think she would have a name. But the guard that was going to cleaver Violet in the hand, I let him take that attack. I didn't know what he was going to do. I sort of thought that maybe the guard had something tucked into the back of her belt that he could use as a weapon. When he bit off a large chunk of her ear and spit it out, that was not the way that I was expecting that to go, and I certainly hated the fact that he caught a boot to the face for it. But I do also, at this moment, I am laboring under the belief that maybe that did save Violet's hand, and AJ can recover from the boot to the face, where I don't think that I'm just glad that Violet is still all in one piece. So maybe that was the lesser of two evils. It was very tempting in that moment to say, I will do whatever you want to Lily. The thing that flashed through my mind very, very quickly was AJ is going to hear that. And I detest the idea of communicating to him. Like, as a gambit, it works. It really bothered me to communicate to him that you should ever give up when you are faced with something like this, because they are not going to give up. They are never going to treat you well. They are never going to... you are only ever going to be a tool to them, a soldier, a disposable gear in the machine of the society that they're building. And I did not want to send that message to him. Also, I did not think that Lily would buy it. She'd already, demonstrated her willingness to just talk past whatever it was that Clementine was saying. Lily's no fool. She's heard that before. And if anything, if Lily had responded to Clementine saying, I'll do whatever you want in any way, it would have been, you see, AJ, even Clementine realizes we're right. Even Clementine knows that you should do what we say. And I didn't want to hand over that leverage to her. The message to AJ is, this is always worth fighting for. And then, again, when he drew the gun on Lily at the end, I was thinking so much about that scene with Marlon, that he shot Marlon. He did it from the back of the head, and one of the things that I was concerned about communicating to him in the aftermath of that decision was that it was uncategorically wrong, because it wasn't. And as far, again, to this moment, as far as I know, AJ could not hear the fact that Marlon was stepping down, because it was pouring rain and thundering, and he's several paces away. For all we know, he did not hear that. And I wanted to communicate to AJ that what had happened was wrong, and that our position at the school was in danger. But I wanted to be very careful not to communicate to him that it's never right to pull the trigger, that you should second guess yourself into a dangerous position. And then here we are, moments later, and I'm saying, put the gun down, she's not a threat, and she plainly is, and I should have had him pull the trigger. That one's gonna bother me. It was all James. It was all that conversation with James where he said, if you If AJ gets accustomed to killing, it's not something you can ever walk back from, which is manifestly garbage because James himself walked back from it. James himself said, I don't like these whisperers anymore. I don't like the person that I've become. James doesn't feel like he can function in society among others, but that's because he's got this idea about walkers. And let me talk about that real quick for a second. Clementine shuffling her way in and ringing the wind chime did nothing to communicate to me that these walkers have a spark of humanity in them. Now, what does communicate to me that the walkers have a spark of humanity is that they will sometimes sit down. Remember in the greenhouse when Clementine went in, there was a couple of walkers that were sitting on the floor. Why are they sitting on the floor? They don't get tired. Their legs still worked. They could have just been shuffling around in that little space forever, or standing against a wall, Blair Witch style. It was sitting down with its back against the wall, and to me, there's a scene in the Walking Dead television series, and this is very early on. It's in the very first episode, so I really don't consider it much of a spoiler. There's actually two things back to back. If you don't want to hear it, maybe don't listen to this part. It's only going to be about 30 seconds or so. At the very, very, very beginning, there's a little zombie girl that is clutching onto a teddy bear as she goes along. And then a little bit later, there's a scene where Rick Grimes is riding a horse along, and there's a zombie sitting on a bus. It's animate. It's not like freshly risen or anything like that. It's a zombie. But what it's done is apparently worked its way up onto a bus and sat down in one of the seats. And also, now that I think about it, there's a whole thing that Lenny James's character is talking about in that first episode where someone that used to live there, because I don't want to get too spoilery, but was coming around and seemed drawn to that specific property. Now, this is not taking place in the television version of the universe, but I am unfamiliar with the comic books, so I don't have any other comparison point to it. The idea that there might be some shred of memory or humanity whirling around inside that decomposing brain of the walkers is something that has been visited upon in a lot of different zombie fiction, and including in the one version of The Walking Dead that I'm aware of. So that concept is not lost on me. However, that's not the same as being a person. It's not the same as being a human. Now, I'm not speaking in absolute terms here. This is not an absolute statement when I say that humanity is defined by your ability to perceive and learn and make choices. And walkers cannot make choices. And I really want to pause just for 1 second to say there do exist people that are so mentally or developmentally impaired that they are not capable of making choices for themselves. So let me just pause to say they are 100% human. I'm talking about the separation between a human being and a walking zombie, okay? And a walking zombie is no longer a person because it is incapable of learning or changing or making decisions. It sees a food source and it goes towards the food source. If it hears a sound, it goes towards the sound. And apparently if it sees like a straight line like a road, it has a tendency to follow it. It likes firecrackers. These are not human behaviors. These are instincts, and it is driven entirely by these baseline reactions, not by any thought or consideration. It's why you can distract a walker, apparently, from a human being by the sound of a rock or a tumbling cart, as we heard earlier. It will simply go towards whatever draws its attention most recently. And in that moment, it was a wind chime. So I'm sorry, James, but your demonstration meant nothing to me. And also your comment about the walkers at peace. What part were they at peace? They heard a wind chime. They walked towards it. When the wind chime stopped making sound, they continued to stare at it because it was the last thing that made sound. That's not indicative of them being at peace. They simply haven't lost interest in the last thing that caught their interest. It's very odd to me that I was supposed to empathize with the walkers in that moment. Also, and again, I don't want to imprint this upon everyone, but for me personally, if given the opportunity to be a shambling corpse, wandering forever in search of food that in no way satiates or gratifies me, just stuffing my rotting out maw with basically human intestines, and that's on a good day, no thank you. I will take almost any other fate compared to that, and I would encourage Clementine or anyone else to go ahead and just shank me right through the skull. Thank you. So I did not find James's presentation very compelling. I'm trying to think if there's anything that existed that happened prior to that I might want to circle back to. We spent some time scoping out the boat after. So we interacted with Abel, and I sort of said my piece about that. I was glad that we taught AJ that sometimes death is a mercy, because like I was talking about 5 seconds ago, that is absolutely true. Again, he's very, very young, so I would hope that he would understand the difference between Abel pleading, please don't let me turn, versus saying, oh, this person has a broken leg, I'll just stab them in the head. There's a huge difference between those two things. So that, but I could not abide, even, let me tell you this, even if AJ had not been there, I don't think that my choices there would have changed very much, because I don't believe in torture. The idea that Clementine would burn Abel or punch him to wake him up, no, that is not how Clementine was raised. Those are not the lessons that she was taught in the earlier games, and it's not the sort of person that I would want her to be, and it's not the sort of person that I would be. As a statement of fact, American interrogators during and in the wake of World War II learned infinitely more from German prisoners and Axis prisoners by playing chess with them than they did through any sort of enhanced interrogation, which is a detestable euphemism that the United States has used in recent decades for torture. So absolutely not. Now, splashing the water on him, is that kind as opposed to yelling at him? No, but it does wake him up without doing any harm. It's not waterboarding. And when it came to, do I let him smoke his cigarette or not? No, as I said in that moment, we stabbed the cigarette out on the desk to show him how close he can be. And the offer on table is, if you tell me what I want to know, I can relight this for you. It still exists. I didn't grind it under my heel. You want that. I did very much enjoy the fact that Abel said, pull out what's in my pocket, read it. And after Clementine read a line from Leviticus, Abel said, I was really hoping it was something about turning the other cheek. That was very funny. I like that aspect of Abel. I like the fact that Abel is familiar with the Bible and that he couldn't remember what was the last page that he uses as rolling paper. I thought that was very fun. Aside from that, yeah, I was always going to stab him. I did not like the option to make him sweat it out. Clementine is not into torture, and that's all I have to say about that. 10 is... I was really struggling at the moment that I thought in that final scene, am I going to have to choose between 10 and James? Because I really like 10, and I know 10, and I think that under any circumstance that I can think of, I was going to choose to save 10 if that was on the table. But I was also very much aware that James has a unique set of skills that is very valuable to survive. 10 does not. He can develop those skills, and again, I was going to save 10, but 10 reminds me a small amount of, oh gosh, now I don't remember her name. Remember Clementine's young friend who was in the first several episodes of season 2? Katie, or I do not remember her name at this instance, but some people just don't have it. They just don't have what it takes to survive in a world like this. And I am concerned that 10 might be among them. He has so far demonstrated absolutely no capacity. He is older than AJ, and he's demonstrated no capacity for combat, no capacity for weaving traps, no capacity to resist deception. He's a good, well-meaning kid, and I like him a lot. But if I had to choose, I'm deeply concerned that choosing 10 over someone else would leave us with someone who was simply going to die a little bit further down the road. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't fight for that kid, man, because I would have chosen him over James. He needs some guidance because he keeps falling for things. He keeps getting caught. He's not well positioned to survive in this world, and I'm not sure it was a great thought to take him along on this mission, except that we need all hands on deck. We need everybody that we can have. Though notice Ruby's not here, so it'd be nice if maybe she was around, leave 10 behind to man the fort back home. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to touch on. I'll probably think of something in just a moment. That scene with Lee, that was real rough. Even now, I need to talk a little bit around the edges. When he steps out... Yeah, see, this is gonna... When he steps out and he says, "You always choose the train." That hurt. Oh boy. Because they've had these talks before. And that... it's amazing how quickly it comes on. They've had those talks before. And that train represents... I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Sorry, everyone. I think we're going to have to save that part of the conversation for a different time. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other options. 10 is missing in action. 10 was grateful when you stood up for him against Willie. 10 was grateful when you promised to tell Minerva he forgave her, which we did. When I saw that option on screen, I wanted Clementine to live up to her promise. I was absolutely going to stand up for him against Willie. Willie, a little bit like Mitch, has a certain set of skills that are useful, and unlike Mitch, is young enough that I think that he can grow out of some of his less fortunate behaviors and enthusiasms. I'm no armchair psychologist, so I'm trying to sort of like... I recognize behaviors in him and don't want to try to diagnose them. But Willie can lead a good life if he has friends around him that care about him, but we also have to make sure that he doesn't like run roughshod over anybody else. So yeah, for sure we were going to stand up for 10 when Willie was mistreating him, and I'm glad that things worked out. If I was Clementine, I probably would have been a little bit more proactive on that. Listen, Willie, you need to lay right the fuck off of 10. 10, you need to not announce yourself when there's bad guys there. I know that you want to see your sisters, and we all do, but those raiders are monsters, as AJ would put it. So that's my thoughts on that. Lewis is MIA. Oh, right. I forgot to talk about that. That was horrifying. Let me read through this in a minute, but Lewis having his tongue cut out. That dude was so loquacious. He was so chatty. He really had the gift of bringing people together in conversation and making them feel at ease. He was great on the piano, and to have his tongue cut out, what was he saying? What was he saying that Lily found so offensive? Because he doesn't seem like the kind of person that would just shout threats. He seems like the sort of person that would be trying to connect with them verbally. Like, he seems like a natural diplomat. Above all else, he seems like a natural diplomat, and his diplomacy would not have worked with them. But what on earth would he have been saying that Lily, except to make him an example to the others? This guy is your leader. Like, of that group, Lewis would have been the leader. Lewis would have been the one to talk up, speak up, try to negotiate a way through for him and his friends, and Lily would have recognized that, and she would have made him an example. That's the only thing that makes sense. That was, as with a couple other moments in this season, a moment where, like, we don't have face cam, but you would have seen a big reaction. That was a big, literal jaw drop. Lewis was traumatized after his time spent with the Raiders. That's a way to put it. Lewis was terrified by your promise to fight back against the Raiders. I couldn't think of anything else to say in that moment. There was an option on screen after Lily came into the cell: I'll kill you in your sleep. And my initial thought when I saw that is, the thing is, I don't want to kill Lily in her sleep. I want her to see it coming. I want her to know who did it and how it was done. And that, oh man, like that scene at the end with AJ, what I wanted to do, what I really wanted to do was to say, AJ, put the gun down. She's not a threat anymore. And then have Clementine take the gun and say, she'll never will be a threat again. And put a bullet right between her eyes. That's what I would have done. I absolutely wanted to kill her. I just didn't want AJ to be the one to pull the trigger. Oh, that one's going to haunt me. I hope that when twitch.tv/morethanamia plays this, she tells AJ to pull the trigger. And I think that she will. I'm going to say that right now. She's not played this episode yet, rather. My money is on when Mia plays this in a couple days hence, she's going to have him shoot. And I will applaud her when she has him do it. Minerva's MIA. I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of MIAs. Minerva felt righteous when you called her out for sounding like Lily. Felt righteous. Okay, well, good for you, I guess. Minerva was dejected when you said Ten would be ashamed to call her sister. And the thing is, I don't know that Ten would be ashamed. I'm not sure that Ten is making a lot of moral distinctions. I think that he loves his sisters very much. He cares about them deeply and misses them to the core of his soul. And I think that if Ten was offered a position with the Raiders and it meant that he got to spend time with his family again, I think that he might take it. I don't think he would betray the group. I don't think that he would betray anybody else. But if they said, 10, you have a choice. You can live at the school or come with us and you'll be with your sisters again, I think he might have taken that deal. I think 10 likes Clem. I think he likes Ruby and AJ and others. I think that he loves his sisters. And I don't know that I would expect differently of him. You know, if Clementine somehow decided that she wanted to go be a Raider, I think that AJ would probably go with her. That's the way that you are. At least if you have family that treats you right and you care about. So Minerva felt heartsick after learning 10 forgave her. Well, good. Because I don't forgive you, Minerva, so you aren't going to feel heartsick for very long. James is dead. James was thankful that you respected his beliefs and spared the walkers. James was disenchanted that you didn't see there being more to walkers. Asked and answered. We've talked about that. Lily is MIA. Lily was inspired to take action after you tried to protect your friends. Inspired to take action. Which action are we thinking of there? Lily felt smug when you stopped AJ from shooting her. And of course she would feel smug, because she doesn't comprehend mercy. She doesn't comprehend kindness or compassion. These are sensations that are completely outside her realm of understanding, and any part of her that ever believed in those things was smothered a very, very long time ago. So of course she felt smug. The fact that she feels smug doesn't make me feel any kind of way. I do not give a shit what Lily feels about that. Who else did I say that about? Wasn't it Minerva? Didn't Minerva say something about how she felt about this? Something? I don't care how you feel. At no point was I making decisions based on how Lily would feel. So she can feel smug all day long. Violet is MIA. Violet felt romantic after you danced together. What a lovely scene, by the way. Like I said right there was that, and then the moment between Clem and AJ. this episode is gearing up to hurt me real bad. And then it did. So well done. Violet was embarrassed when you didn't want to hear why she was sent. Really? Embarrassed? But it's not that I didn't want to hear it. Wow, that was not my goal. It wasn't embarrassment. Oh, that's disappointing. I did not want her to feel embarrassed about that. What I wanted her to understand is that the other option was, I only want to hear it if you want to tell me, which was equally valid. And maybe I should have read a little bit more between the lines there, because if Violet wants to share her backstory, Clementine is all about hearing it. For me, the thought process there was, Violet, here's the difference. I only want to hear it if you want to tell me. There's a note of confession to that Violet can somehow clean her soul of something if she reveals the terrible truth of whatever it was that she had done, and then Clementine can choose to accept her. And what I was trying to communicate instead is, Violet, there is nothing to confess. There's nothing that you need to say in order for Clementine to forgive, because whoever you were before all of this started, all that matters is who you are now, which is what Clementine said. And I didn't read Violet's expression at that moment as embarrassment. I felt it was more about relief that Clementine held no judgment about whatever it was that she might have done. In any event, Violet was thankful when you let AJ stop Dorian from cutting off her finger. Okay, so Dorian is the name of that guard, I guess, from cutting off her finger. I was expecting hand. I thought the end result of that was going to be hand. So, yes, I'm very glad that, and that the fact that that is listed there makes me, adds more credence to the idea that there's an alternate version where Dorian is not stopped from taking. Dorian is not stopped from taking Violet's fingers. So I did not like watching AJ get kicked in the face, but AJ will be okay from that in the end, and Violet is not missing any appendages. So I guess lesser of two evils. Abel is dead. Abel felt assured when you promised him mercy, and then followed through, so he didn't feel very much after that. AJ's MIA. AJ felt conflicted after you killed Abel, sparing him from turning. I can understand him feeling conflicted. It's a very, very complicated idea to take in, and I hope that he achieves clarity of a promising and constructive sort. AJ felt defeated when you said there was no way to prove you could be together as walkers, but you can't. That's the thing, man. You can't. And then when he said, I would want you to bite me too. No. AJ, there's going to be time enough to be a walker later on. Let's not hurry that process along to any of us. Please do not get yourself bitten under the belief that dying a horrible feverish death and then rising to shamble around for the rest of the time that your corporeal body can manage its weight is somehow better than being alive and being, having free will. That's what I was not quite zeroing in on before. Exercise of free will. Walkers cannot do that. Human beings can. AJ felt helpless when he spared Lily only to have her kill James. Yeah, and what is the lesson that he's going to learn from that? James was worried that AJ was going to learn the lesson that human life is completely disposable and that you can just kill whoever you want for your own convenience. Instead, what he's learned is that if you don't kill people when they have previously proven themselves to be a threat, they will go on to be a threat, which is true of Lily. I don't know that anything at all was accomplished by not having Lily shot by AJ. Would he have successfully killed her? I have no idea, and I may never know. I'm hoping that Mia takes the shot and I get to see that. But that was a really, really tough decision, and I'm not. It's not that I regret what I did. It's that much as I think we are intended to do, I'm going to be second guessing that for a while. State of the school. Rosie is worried about everyone. Willie was excited that you wanted to name. Why would I not want to name the bomb? What a curious thing. What? Of course I'm going to name the bomb. People name their cars. People name their genitals. People name their stuffed animals. Of course we're going to name your bomb, Willie. You worked hard on it. Ruby was proud that you did not recognize her official Erickson evaluation. In retrospect, I probably should have, just because if Ruby is at Erickson's school for troubled youths, like something sent her here. She wasn't always part botanist, part farmer, part medic. So, I mean, clearly she arrived here because somebody found her behavior objectionable. Omar is MIA and Asim is MIA. I'm glad that she was proud, because she's grown and changed a lot by since then, so that's okay. And half of the collectibles, which is more or less what I got in the first episode, I have no idea where that banner flag... What wind chime? Was I supposed to take that out of the Walker barn at some point? And then there's what appears to be an Etch-a-Sketch. I did not find those things. And I think that's going to bring us back to the main menu, which is going to wrap up episode 3 of The Walking Dead, the final season, which means that next week we will be gathering here again to do the final episode of the final season of The Walking Dead. And then that will be it. There will be no more Telltale's Walking Dead ever, as far as I'm concerned. It is difficult for me to envision any circumstance in which I will replay these games. I have greatly enjoyed my journey through them, and the journey that I've had through them is the one and only journey that I expect to have with them. To replay them, I feel like would somehow take away from the memories that I have of playing them, and I don't want the experience that I've had with these games and these characters and these stories to become rote. That said, I very much enjoy it when other people choose to revisit them. So as of the time of this speech, twitch.tv/Drienne Lavode at DRIEN_LAVODE is doing a full-length playthrough of the entire Walking Dead series, and this is a replay. They've played the games previously, I believe multiple times, and this time is doing so on stream to present sort of a definitive look at the entire journey. My understanding is that they're doing a couple things. They're both showing off what their canonical choices are, and also either talking through or possibly or showing where possible some of the rare events that can happen, the rare choices, rare interactions, uncommon deaths, and so forth, at least talking through them. And I think that it is a wonderful history trip through the world of Telltale's Walking Dead. So regardless of what you've thought of this, I hope that you'll go check them out as well. Also, twitch.tv/MoreThanAMia will be playing through The Walking Dead this episode 3 of The Walking Dead final season, just in a couple days. So I hope that you will check that out at twitch.tv/MoreThanAMia. And if you have already missed that, then that will be up on both her YouTube archive and also here in a collection on Twitch, which you can find by locating the collections page wherever that might be at the time that you're listening to this. With that, we're going to call it here for episode 3 of The Walking Dead. There is a possibility, and I underscore possibility, that next week we will opt to do this live rather than pre-recording the episode as we have for these last 3, to do the final episode live. I think it's more likely that we're going to record it again, just because I feel like I can focus more on the story and the characters if there's not also a live chat happening. But this is a journey that I deeply enjoy getting to take with others, so we'll see. It's under consideration. With that said, we're going to call it here, and we will see you again in 1 week's time for the finale of Telltale's The Walking Dead. Until then, thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day.